either you or Grandma and Grandpa. And he looks right at me and he goes, well, they do like each other a lot. I said, you saying my mom watches porn? He goes, no, I didn't say that. You said that.
I think it's clear that
I didn't.
Jacob did it. And
Jacob didn't.
Did it.
Didn't.
And that it wasn't my mom.
It was.
And it was Jacob.
It wasn't.
My wife and I, we went to Hawaii for vacation. My parents came to stay with them. We get a DirecTV bill a month later, and there's $200 worth of porn charges. We're looking at the bill.
You know it's such an old person thing to order porn off of a TV, right? Why would I be doing that?
You're getting a little too defensive up front. That's how I know you're guilty.
I'm mad. I'm mad. Right? The dude needs to be taught a lesson. Because porn is free. Like, how dumb do you have to be? I got porn in my pocket 24 hours a day. I'm worried about him as a human being if he's still paying for porn. That is the dumbest motherfucking shit I've ever heard of. I'm worried about him walking around in this world if he's still paying for porn. Like, how's he gonna do that? I tell my wife, I'm like, I gotta go down and talk to him. This is so dumb. This is gonna be a quick conversation, because his MO, when he lies, is he'll lie. And then if you just show him facts, he's like, yeah, that was me. And that's it.
Yeah. I'm playing the innocence until you prove that I'm guilty. And I'm like, all right, I can't argue that anymore.
I knew if I landed on the right thing, you would just be like, yep, cool.
So I have the facts in my hand. I have the bill in my hand. So I figure it's gonna be a quick conversation. So I go down into his room, and I'm like, hey man, you know anything about this? And here's how I could tell he was gonna lie to me. Because as soon as I held up the bill, he bent over and he squinted like he couldn't read all of a sudden. He was like,
If you posted a picture of that,
Yeah.
you might get canceled.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Even when there was nothing to read, if you were caught in a lie, you were...
I'm not sure what that list of stuff is. I'm like, it's porn. He goes, oh. I go, you don't know anything about that porn? He goes, no. I go, oh, because I'm looking at the dates. It's when your mom and I were out of town. And the only people at the house were you and Grandma and Grandpa.
It's my mom, and it's you. And I would assume that you are watching porn before my mom.
She might be fascinated with technology nowadays. She didn't have it when she was my age.
Are you saying my mom is watching porn now because it's just more available than it used to be?
Well, you said it. I just made a statement about it.
That means you said it.
So it was either you or Grandma and Grandpa. And he looks right at me and he goes, well, they do like each other a lot. I said, you saying my mom watches porn? He goes, no, I didn't say that. You said that.
Is it crazy that we just did that?
I remember you turning that around on me. I'm like, no, I didn't say it. You said it. You were like, no, I didn't say it. You said it. I'm just agreeing with you.
Technically, I didn't say it.
You implied it.
Right, but the words never came out of my mouth. The words came out of your mouth.
Why is he so confident? I have the bill. I have it right here. I'm going to make him so uncomfortable that he'll admit it. So I guess I'll just start reading off the titles of the movies. Are you telling me that Grandma and Grandpa were in my room watching Anal Party 3? And this is the quote out of his mouth. Well, the door was shut all weekend.
You would think you would at least throw me a bone and be like, yeah, it was me. Because then I wouldn't have to think that my mom was watching Anal Party 3. Say roles are reversed. Me and your mom are staying with your kid.
I'm asking you first. Because based off of this, if it happens in the future, you're going to try and pull some shit on me or reverse the joke. That's why I would obviously ask you first, because I know your ass would plan 25 years in the fucking future to get me back on a joke.
I'm playing the fucking long game.
I've known that.
100%.
Crazy?
I've already told your mom, hey, when Jacob has kids, however we do it, I'm ordering porn and I'm charging it to him and I'm blaming it on his kid.
I said, are you saying my mom watches anal? He goes, no, you said that. I never said that.
You kept throwing back at me.
Because you kept screaming it at me. I don't know what you want me to say.
The reason he was so confident was, the only way I can truly prove that it was him is if I call my parents and I say, did you watch Anal Party 3 in my room? And on the off chance they say yes, I gotta burn the fucking house down. Like, I can't live there as an adult male. If my parents are watching anal on your bed, you gotta burn that shit down.
That's another thing, just peace of mind. I can't think about that I slept on a bed that my mom and dad were watching Anal Party 3 on.
You say you're doing it for peace of mind, but based on this, you don't have any peace of
I
mind.
have zero peace of mind.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Yeah. When you first saw the joke, what were you thinking?
I definitely didn't do it. He could tell the joke all he wants, but it's not me.
So I decided he's gone all in. He knows I don't want to call my parents. The only way I can bust him is if I go all in too. And I say to him, I go, you didn't order the porn? And then he did say what every teenager says at least once. I wish you'd just believe me. Gah!
That was my favorite. Gah! I haven't heard you do it in a long time. Just do it once for me.
Every kid did that because everybody got caught in the lie once. Where they're
Oh.
You never believe me. Oh! And I go, no, man, I believe you. And he goes, what? Because I figured I'm pushing all my chips in too. The only way to get him to admit it is to get him into a situation that he doesn't want to be in. So I said, yeah, man, I believe you. And I think it's terrible that Grandma and Grandpa are making you pay for their porn. He was like, yeah, I think that's terrible too.
you were so adamant about me ordering the porn and that your mom didn't. I'm not even gonna say your parents anymore. I'm just gonna say your mom.
That's going to bother me.
We got to call him out. And he was like, I agree with you. Let's just get him on the phone. And he looks me dead in the eye and he goes, call him.
When you said call him, what was the thought process?
No matter what hill it went down, whether Grandpa decided to blame me or they came out and said the truth, I was ready for the ride. I was ready for the roller coaster because I just wanted to hear you ask.
Let's say you're telling the truth, which
I
you're
am.
not. Which
I
you're
am.
not. Which you're
I
not. Were you expecting them to admit it?
No.
Only the two of you know.
It's funny because Grandpa and I have never talked about this.
Right. I did ask my dad. I go, hey, did you order the porn? And he goes, Jacob hasn't said anything? And I was like, no. And he's like, well then I'm not gonna.
My man! He knows the answer.
You both know the answer.
And he's running it with me now.
So I start to dial one number, dial another number, and he goes, you don't have your parents on speed dial?
When you said that, I was like, it was so cocky. I liked it so much. You were ready. You're like, let's get this phone call happening.
Yeah, man.
Because I think you knew I was never going to call him.
I knew you were bluffing.
Yeah, there was no way. What if my mom answered?
Exactly.
I'm going slow. I'm giving you a chance to come clean. He goes, I wouldn't say come clean when you talk to them. And I was like, listen, guys, if this is a fight, he's landed every fucking punch so far. I'm pressing another button. Pressing another button. Guys, I'm at like the 8th button. I'm like, I'm about to ask my parents if they watched Anal Party 3.
I was so nervous.
I think I saw you sweating.
You don't give up on bits. You go all in. Nobody else is hanging onto the boat. You're still in the Titanic like, we still got a chance!
Yeah. Everybody's already given up and on a lifeboat, and I'm sitting there at the captain's wheel. I'm like, we got this!
I'm about to press that 9th button. And he goes, whoa. I'll pay for it. And I said, you ordered the porn? He goes, no, that was Grandma and Grandpa. I just don't want you to embarrass them. I think it's nice how much they like each other.
This was a gangster move on so many levels. What you did is you made sure that I never knew the answer.
You never got a definitive yes or no.
And you also knew that I was going to end up paying for the bill and probably never ask you for the money. Even at that age, you knew, you were like, wait. Not knowing is going to be way worse than knowing.
Right, 100%.
It's a great joke because it's never ending. Isn't as long as you and Grandpa never say anything, and neither one of you says, yeah, it hangs over my head like a fucking anvil.
He looks me dead in the eye and he goes, we done here? And I was like, yeah, I guess so. But that wasn't satisfactory to me, guys. I needed to hear him say he ordered the porn, right? So we get to the outside of his door, and I'm on the outside of it, and I go, hey, man, before I leave, I'm gonna give you one last offer. I will pay the bill and give you $200. All you gotta do is say you ordered the porn. And he looks right at me and he goes, nope, Grandma and Grandpa. And now every time he walks by my room and the door's open, he looks in and he goes, I wouldn't sleep on that bed.
Best line ever.
Offering a 16-year-old what would be $400, but to me it's just $200. That's when it clicked in my head. That's when I was playing the game. At that point, you were like, I don't even care if you did it or didn't. I just need to hear the words, yes, I ordered the porn, come out of my mouth so that you could take the thought of your parents or your mother out of your head.
You giving me the peace of mind that I wanted wasn't worth only $200.
So fucking.
The joke is too good. Knowing now, I would have had to been like, here's $1,000. Just say you ordered the porn. So you had that look on your face like, is $200 worth
It's
letting him off the hook?
100% went through my head. Because you're like, that's $400. I'm like, no, because it's 200. Because I'm only getting 200 of it. That was the thing for me. I was like, you actually giving me 400? Maybe.
Cash.
Cash in hand.
By the way, and it would be over by now. And I may not have
Ever
ever
released that.
I may not have ever even done a joke.
No.
Because there
Might have
was a
just been fun-
satisfactory ending for
Might
it.
have just been a fun story that we told at like gatherings or whatnot. No.
And now it's a story we tell at gatherings that's not so fun.
For you.
Right. I think it's clear that
I didn't.
Jacob did it. And
Didn't. Jacob didn't.
Did
Yeah,
it.
he said Jacob
did
didn't.
it.
Didn't.
And that it wasn't my mom.
It was.
And it was Jacob.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
Nope. If you guys like the content and like everything here and want to see more, hit that like button
Subscribe.
and hit that notification button.
And leave a comment too. Who knows? One of us might comment back.
Absolutely. As usual, thank you guys so much for watching. And we have a podcast coming out soon called Hey Man.
Hey man.
Hey
man.
And it should be a whole lot of fun.
It is a whole lot of fun.
Make sure you guys tune into that, and we'll see you guys soon on the next one.
Later.